Good morning, welcome all of you, Vande Matram. So, this morning we are going to discuss on a very interesting topic, of course, that is on wealth and money. So, this about the wealth and money on these terms we are better acquainted with because I don't know if somebody will be there, he will not be having any idea or interest about money, wealth like this. So these are the very common terms and very important terms. Of course, it holds a big value in life. Ordinary date, starting from the ordinary life to the most worthiest life, of course. So we are going to discuss on this money and wealth and money. So let us start from mother and later we'll move towards the master. So initial very interestingly mother quotes, money is not meant to make money. Just imagine it is very contrary to the principle of economic theory. Already we have known in economics, we have seen money is there to make money. And another principle we have seen, money is like a muck, not good except to be spread. As much as you want to spread the money, and thus in that way only this outcome will be, you will be finding the outputs. So money is not meant for to make money. That is, this is the very principle of mother. Of course, it is written in the spiritual ideology. And mother makes everything till economy not good except to be spread. If you keep the money in an ideal condition, it has got no means, like it is a moth. So if this actually chemical, your biological fertilizers, you just keep there idly, so there will be some ants and all. It is no way helpful. So this biological fertilizer from the cow dung or something, if it is utilized in the fields, practically the fertility increases couple of times, like so here is also same thing. The principle is same. You have to use it in economics. In the terms of economics, you just try to recycle and of course utilize the money, and you will get the benefit. Here also here, but actually mother takes the things in a contrary sense. Money is not to not meant to make money. Then what it is meant for? Money is meant to make the earth ready for the advent of a new creation. New creation is about on the way. And of course, a new creation from the old shall rise, a knowledge inarticulate find speech. So many ways we know some new creation is coming. New type of life is going to manifest on earth. New type of generation it is emerging out of the world, maybe, or in any other way they are coming to reign the world. And a new race it has to inhabit recently, because our master has seen, mother has described in their description, it is beautifully new creation, the harbinger of a new race, the supramental race that is already described in different writings of Mother and Sri Aurobindo. Here, the money is meant to make earth ready. Made to money is meant to make the earth ready for the advent of a new creation. For the advent of a new creation, money, the role of money takes important vital role, and of course, with which this earth will be ready for the advent of a new creation. Again, mother beautifully quotes here, it is the divine that all riches, it is to the divine that all riches belongs. And after this money, mother quotes of the riches, everything belongs to the divine. Of course, in the money chapter in the mother, we have seen the chapter 4, all wealth belongs to the divine. So here also it is to the divine that all riches belongs. All came from the divine, all is circulated through the divine, by the divine of the divine. And this also, it everything belongs to the divine. It is the divine who leads them to living beings. It is the divine who lends them to the living beings. Money has been lent to the living beings by the divine, and it is to him that they must and naturally return. Once this money has been lent to the man by the divine, naturally after get circulation and all, this money has to be paid back, of course, to the divine, because the owner, everything belongs to the divine. As we take loans from the bank, and naturally after the stipulated time period or something whatever is agreed upon, then you have to pay back to the bank. Like this entire bank and all everything, it is a outside outer phenomenon, but thing is in reality everything belongs to the divine. He lends money to the race, for the progress, prosperity, and for the preparation of the earth, and finally it must be paid back to him. The true fortune is to spend in the right way. Spend in the right way, that is the precondition of the divine. A divine has put the fixed condition. The true fortune is to spend in the right way, no extravagance, nothing too less small, and in the right way. The right way everything has been spent. That is the true fortune. You become truly rich when you dispose of your wealth in the best possible way. Best possible way, when the money is being spent, that makes somebody truly rich. So sometimes what happens, you have got a plenty of money, you spend on in a extravagant, in the most ordinary or in the negative way. And sometimes some people feel, I am earning that money and with much difficulty, I will spend nothing for me or anybody else. That is not the requirement, that is not the condition at all, that is not the requirement at all. The true requirement is that you become rich only when, truly rich only when you dispose of your wealth in the best possible way. The true fortune is to spend in the right way. So that right way, already know everything belongs to the divine. We are not here the possessors. We are just trustees. Everything belongs to the divine. So here is our role: is to, we have to take care of the money and to reconquer it. And money is now with the hostile forces, with the actually Asuric forces. We have to overcome. We have to actually win over. To reconquer it for the divine to whom it belongs is the supramental way for the sadhaka. So these are the conditions and these are the criteria we have to take care. Again, during the course of the prosperity stays consistently only with him who offers it to the divine. Again, the new prosperity. Every day we keep prospering in the way, materially, physically, spiritually, anyway. But thing is that true spirituality, this shows the right idea. Prosperity stays consistently, or prosperity stays consistently, it will be a continuous process, consistent process, only with him who offers it to the divine. So that must be offered to the divine in the right moment, in the right type, in the right way, in the right attitude. Thus, that there live the prosperity. Again, Mother quotes beautifully: "You are richer with the wealth you give. You are richer with the wealth." So everything stands here actually contradictory. So people feel, no, no, we are earning money, we will be rich and we will give nothing. But thing is, their mother's view is something different. You are richer with the wealth you give than with the wealth you keep in your possession. In your possession you keep, nobody knows what you are going, how you are utilizing. Thing is that you become richer, you look outwardly to be richer, really you are richer with the wealth you give. That is what. Again, Mother quotes beautifully: "Let money come and go in abundance for good works." Let money come naturally and go. That is also very frequent and fluent process. In abundance for good works, not in a squeezed way, for the good works. That good works must be judged. Some people feel, no, no, it is something we are extravagant, we are just spending like or anything. No, no, that is not the way. Let money come and go in abundance for the good works. That's what somebody must take care what really that good work is. Only good work is the divine work, and it must be used for the spiritual purpose. People say God is the friend of the poor. Very interesting proverb we have seen. God is the friend of the poor. That is the usual proverb, usually spoken by the people. But it seems wrong and false because already I have mentioned whatever is mother quoting here is a contrary sense to normal sayings, normal style, normal way of living like this. So normally people say God is the friend of the poor, but it is wrong and false, mother quotes. God is the friend of the rich. We don't know what place we have. Then to the mother tries to explain again, to the rich God gives money. That's what people, original rich people, they ask for, they aspire for, and they are also given. To the rich God gives money, to the poor he gives himself. Choice is imperative. You just imagine, when before the immediately just before the Mahabharata war, two-person fell, actually arrived. Sri Krishna fell. Sri Krishna was a little bit in a trance state. Some that is Arjuna and Duryodhana. Duryodhana was sitting on the near the head of head of Sri Krishna, and only one seat was there, and this man Arjuna was sitting at the near his feet. Immediately Sri Krishna got up and found Arjuna is standing there. Before saying something, Duryodhana said, "Yes, I am here before Krishna, before Arjuna." Anyway, sanctioned, it was done. What you want to ask? Why you are here? I want, because this is the war time, I want your help. Okay, you ask, my soldiers will be there, my brother will be there, everything will be, my riches, everything will be there. You can take. But on another side, I am here. But my condition is that I will never put the weapon on my heart. So just imagine what you have to take. Then naturally, soldiers, brother, and all, Balaram, everybody was carried, was taken, asked by Duryodhana, and after he is left, Arjuna was said, "Yes, everything is gone. What you want?" Arjuna is saying, "For what actually I came, and he is left one. So I want you. But I want to carry any weapon. I want to wage war. That is not what requirement. Because whenever God is there, with which side Dharma and God is there, naturally victory is there. So I want you. Like this. To the rich, God gives money. To the poor, He gives Himself. To the poor, He gives Himself. All depends upon the poor. Because poor normally He is with the God. And it is up to the poor. So giving value to the richest poor, giving more value to the riches of the riches or to the God, because he normally pours are bestowed with the blessings of the God. So it is up to them to analyze and to carry out and to think up to at what really he needs. Again, mother quotes, greed for money. Most of the time it happens, and not only most of the time, it normally happens. Greed for money, the surest way to decrease one's conscience and to narrow one's nature. If somebody is having greed for money, that is the surest way to decrease one's conscience and to narrow one's nature. Never mix your spiritual power and money. Never mix your thought, spiritual power and money, because it leads straight to the catastrophe. So these are the thing. Money is required, that was it, but thing is that there should not be greed, and you must not mix the thought, spiritual power, and money to make together, to mix together. Does the economic condition of the man become stable with the betterment of his consciousness? That was the question put forward to mother. If betterment of consciousness, that is the phrase, means an increased and enlarged consciousness, a better organization of it, then as a result there should be naturally a greater control of the control of outward things, including economic conditions. But also naturally, when one has a better consciousness, one is less preoccupied with such things as one's economic condition. That's what the requirement. So we know, as already we have discussed and we have seen, that the money is the visible sign of a universal force. Power, wealth, and sex, that have the strongest attraction for the human ego. Regard wealth simply as a power to be won back from the mother. The seekers of keepers of more wealth are more often possessed rather than its possessors. All wealth belongs to the divine. Thank you.